The Deputy Water Affairs Minister, David Mahlobo, is this morning conducting a site inspection on progress at the Vaal intervention project. The owners of the home Mahlobo is visiting complained to the department about sewage spillage and blocked drainage systems. Now, his visit comes as the country observed World Water Day yesterday, and indeed it is World Water Week. Newzroom Afrika's senior reporter Tumaole Mohlaoli is in Sebokeng this morning. Tumaole, good morning to you. Some people might be cynical about this walkabout and say that why do ministers in government try and take action when there are big events that are taking place? Why do these visits are always event-based? Why is it that they do not respond timelessly to people's complaints? In fact, I do remember at some point that this very government, ANC-run government, the politicians there, they call it a responsive government. Is that what being responsive looks like?
Well, Coley, I can tell you that this is a follow-up visit. What I had found out is that when Deputy Minister David Mahlobo arrived here, he basically engaged with residents. This is the second home that he is visiting where I am right now. And in the first home, the resident there basically was saying that he recognizes the Deputy Minister and remembers when he came beforehand. Now, when that happened, this area, the homes here were basically, under sewage, not entirely engulfed, but there was effluent and water flowing into homes, and it was quite an untenable situation whereby residents even tried to make their own, makeshift, if I can call it, connections to try and divert the water that was flowing out. But let's hear from Deputy Minister David Mahlobo himself about this particular visit, why it was important to come here. Kolim Gambi noted that this might be a visit that comes after the effect and that government only seems to be reactive and responsive. Is this a fair criticism?
Well, firstly, we want to thank you that we are here. We are having our host here, my sister Kabonina Chavedi, and was supported by the mayor of the district, Comrade Lerato, the mayor of the local, Comrade Hadebe, the councillor, she's here from the ward, and other councillors are here. Well, we have not done well as government over many years in addressing the situation here. We know that there have been many attempts to resolve the problem. Regrettably, at that point in time, our intervention never yielded results. We kept the communities of Mfuleni and in the Vaal under untenable conditions that are very inhumane. But His Excellency President Ramaphosa directed Minister Mkhunu that this problem must be resolved. And there is no other way because there's been a lot of money that has been pumped in here. Then Minister Mkhunu with Premier Makura assigned myself and MEC Maile that we should bring all stakeholders, more than 46 organizations that are here, whether it's NGOs, environmental organizations, but also work with communities and the leadership of the municipalities led by the mayor of the district. We have that particular forum. In the main, we could see that all the organizations that we brought here, they never understood how to resolve the problem. Ultimately, Minister Mkhunu brought in a reputable organization, Rainwater. More than 100 years, an international company. They knew what needed to be done. Then our immediate task, sewer was already in people's houses, causing a lot of environmental problems, health problems, including in this home. Children and other people having those respiratory diseases. Then we then brought in capacity to say stop the sewer in the houses, stop the sewer in the street, redirect the effluent into the treatment plants that have been expanded so that we can treat this effluent so that whatever goes into our treasured river, which is the integrated Vaal river system, actually does not continue to contaminate that particular environment. I came here more than 1.5 months ago. When I was driving with the executive mayor of the district, I could see the sewer coming in. I followed the sewer until I arrived at this particular home. there was no longer a sewer that was flowing. The entire house, you could see, is very beautiful. It was actually submerged, especially the floor, under sewer, untenable. The family was very distraught, and they were not believing that government is going to respond this. But at the time when I was here, we were handing over rainwater. They appointed some young people from here that are local. The first task was to be able to come in here. One of the things that we could see, the infrastructure was old. The township is old. And just to try to fix it, we're not going to resolve the problem. They're to remove the entire network so that we can be able to unblock it. But at the very same time, some of the issues that we could notice here, the issues of spatial planning and how land must be used and issues of authorization, now, it's going to be important that the municipality, the bylaws are in place, because the pipes, people are building on top of the main pipes. And when we are encroaching in terms of those main pipes, the volumes of water that is being carried here, the pressure is very high. But even if you wanted to do a routine maintenance or scheduled maintenance, you will not be able to do. But I'm very pleased now that today there is no sewer here, and you could see that is no longer flowing. But I'll be going around in the other areas to ensure that at least the pumps, because the pumps, in as much as you can use the gravity to pump it down, but there are certain areas that are high-lying. The pumps are being fixed. The treatment plants that were not even working, they were being stripped off because there's a high level of vandalism here. Yeah. There's also a high level of organized criminals who are stealing cables, who are also dealing with other issues of ferrous material. But this is the first step to demonstrate that what Minister Mthun and Premier Makura have directed the two politicians, Mail and myself, working with the mayors, will have to fix this thing. Right. And it's the right thing to do.
All right. Thank you very much for that oversight and overview of what the problems are. So that's the situation and the update as you get it from the Deputy Water Affairs Minister. And we will keep you posted as and when it happens, because the site visit continues. Colleagues, back to you in the studio.
Tumaole Mohlaoli, thank you very much.